Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you actually thought about your kidneys? Not your heart, not your lungs, your kidneys. Most people never do. They go through their entire day eating, snacking, grabbing whatever's in the pantry, and not once do they stop to think about what those two small bean-shaped organs in their lower back are quietly going through, and that right there is the problem. Because while you're reaching for that bag of chips, that handful of crackers, that processed snack bar sitting on your desk, your kidneys are working overtime. Every single minute, every single hour, no breaks, no days off, no vacation, they are filtering your blood, pulling out waste, balancing minerals, controlling fluid levels, and keeping your entire internal system running. And they do all of this silently, no notifications, no alerts, no warning lights on your dashboard until one day. And by the time most people get that warning, the damage has already been building for years. Here's what makes this even more alarming. The snacks that are hurting your kidneys the most are not the ones you'd expect. It's not always the obvious junk food. Sometimes it's the everyday stuff. The things sitting in your pantry right now that you've never questioned, hidden phosphorus, excess sodium, blood sugar spikes, cholesterol buildup. These are the quiet enemies working against your kidney health every single day. But here's where this gets hopeful. Your kidneys are remarkably resilient. Given the right environment, the right nutrients, and the right daily habits, they can perform better, filter more efficiently, and protect your body the way they were designed to. And the place that transformation starts might surprise you. It starts with your snacks, not your main meals. Your snacks, those small in-between choices you make 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day without even thinking. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 4 specific snacks that work with your kidneys instead of against them. These aren't exotic health foods you've never heard of. They're not expensive supplements or powders. These are real, accessible, affordable foods you can find at any grocery store in America today. Each one has a specific reason why it helps. I'm going to explain the science in plain language. No medical jargon, no confusion, just clear, practical information you can actually use. Stick with me through all 4 because snack number 3 is one that shocks almost everyone, and snack number 4 might already be sitting in your kitchen right now, waiting to work for you. Let's get into it. Snack number 1, air popcorn. Here's something that will completely change the way you look at movie night. Popcorn has a reputation problem. Most people hear the word popcorn and immediately picture a giant tub dripping in artificial butter, drowning in salt, the kind you get at a movie theater that leaves your fingers orange and your body thirsty for hours afterward. That version of popcorn? Yes, that's a problem for your kidneys. But that's not the popcorn we're talking about. Strip all of that away. Go back to basics, plain kernels, air popped, nothing added, and what you're left with is one of the most underrated whole grain snacks available to the average American household. So why does plain air-popped popcorn matter for kidney health specifically? Let's start with the filtration system itself. Your kidneys are lined with millions of microscopic filters called nephrons. These tiny structures do the heavy lifting of separating waste from your blood and routing it out through urine. But those nephrons are fed by blood vessels, small, delicate ones. And when those blood vessels are compromised, when cholesterol narrows them or blood sugar stiffens them, filtration suffers. Toxins that should be leaving your body start lingering instead. This is where fiber becomes a kidney issue, not just a digestive one. Air-popped popcorn is naturally rich in whole grain fiber. Fiber has a well-documented ability to help reduce LDL cholesterol, the kind that builds up along blood vessel walls. When LDL levels come down, those blood vessels that feed your kidney filters stay more open and flexible. Circulation improves, and with better circulation comes better filtration. Waste moves out more efficiently. Your body's internal detox process runs more smoothly. But there's another piece to this that most people completely miss. Processed snack foods, chips, crackers, packaged puffs are often loaded with phosphorus additives. These are preservatives added to extend shelf life and enhance flavor, but they carry a real consequence for your kidneys. Unlike the natural phosphorus found in whole foods, these synthetic phosphorus additives absorb into your bloodstream at a much higher rate. When kidney function is under stress, excess phosphorus begins to accumulate in the blood. Over time, that buildup creates additional strain on the very organs trying to remove it. Plain air-popped popcorn contains no phosphorus additives. None. That makes it a genuinely clean alternative to almost every processed snack on the shelf. Now let's talk about how to actually eat it the right way, because preparation is everything here. A solid serving is around 3 cups of air-popped popcorn. That sounds like a lot, but remember, this stuff is mostly air-light, low-calorie, and filling. The key is to keep it clean. No microwave bags, No artificial butter spray, no pre-seasoned packets. Use plain kernels either in an air popper or on the stovetop with minimal or no oil. For flavor without the damage, try garlic powder, smoked paprika, a pinch of black pepper, or nutritional yeast for a savory, almost cheesy taste without any sodium overload. And here's one more tip that takes this snack to the next level. Pair it with a glass of water or unsweetened herbal tea. Hydration is your kidney's best friend. Fiber supports the vascular environment your kidneys need. Water does the actual flushing. Together they create a small but powerful daily habit that supports your body from the inside out. Popcorn kernels cost almost nothing. They're available everywhere. And when you prepare them correctly, you've got a whole grain, fiber-rich, phosphorus-free, kidney-supportive snack that most people would never think to take seriously. Don't underestimate what's in that bowl. Snack number 2, hummus. There's a creamy, protein-rich spread sitting in the refrigerator section of almost every grocery store in America, and most people either love it or walk right past it. If you've been walking past it, it's time to turn around. Hummus, made primarily from chickpeas, tahini, olive oil, and lemon juice, isn't just a trendy appetizer or a dipping sauce for parties. When you look at what's actually inside it and how those ingredients interact with your body, hummus starts to look less like a snack and more like a piece of protective armor for your kidneys. Here's the core argument. Your kidneys face 3 major threats on a daily basis: high blood pressure, unstable blood sugar, and excess metabolic waste from heavy protein digestion. Hummus, when eaten in the right portion and combined with the right foods, addresses all 3 of those threats simultaneously. That's rare. Most single foods don't do that. Let's start with protein. Animal proteins, especially red meat and processed meats, create significant waste byproducts when your body breaks them down. Those byproducts, things like urea and creatinine, have to be filtered out by your kidneys. A diet consistently high in animal protein keeps your kidneys in a constant state of high output filtration. Over time, that chronic overload can degrade kidney function. Plant protein is different. Chickpeas deliver a solid amount of protein but with a much lighter metabolic footprint. Your kidneys don't have to work nearly as hard to process plant-based protein compared to heavy animal sources. Swapping even 1 or 2 daily snacks from meat-based to plant-based is a meaningful way to reduce that filtration burden without overhauling your entire diet. Then there's the fiber in chickpeas. Soluble fiber from legumes is one of the most effective natural tools for managing LDL cholesterol. And as we talked about with popcorn, cholesterol management is directly connected to kidney health through blood vessel integrity. Keep the vessels healthy, keep the filtration strong. Now let's talk about olive oil, because this ingredient deserves its own moment. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats. These healthy fats have a meaningful effect on blood vessel flexibility and blood pressure regulation. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney disease in the United States. When your blood pressure is chronically elevated, those delicate kidney filters are under constant mechanical stress. Choosing snacks that actively support blood pressure stability, even in small ways, adds up across weeks, months, and years. 2 tablespoons is the ideal serving for hummus as a snack. It's enough to be satisfying and nutritionally meaningful without tipping into excess calories or potassium overload from the chickpeas. Here's where the combination strategy matters. Forget the salty pita chips. Instead, dip fresh cucumber slices, bell pepper strips, celery sticks, or carrot rounds into your hummus. You've now added more fiber, more water content, more natural vitamins, and you've kept sodium completely under control. Or try spreading a thin layer inside a whole grain wrap instead of reaching for high sodium mayonnaise or processed condiments. That one swap alone can meaningfully reduce your daily sodium intake, and sodium management is one of the most direct levers you have for reducing kidney stress. Look for low sodium or no salt added varieties, read the label, and avoid anything with a long list of preservatives or phosphate additives. Hummus is available at Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, Aldi, and just about everywhere in between. Clean protein, cholesterol support, blood pressure protection, all in one simple, affordable, widely available snack. That's what hummus brings to the table. Snack number 3, oatmeal cookies. I know what you're thinking, cookies. This is the one that surprises people every single time, and I completely understand the skepticism. We've been conditioned to believe that anything sweet is automatically off limits when we're trying to be healthy. And honestly, when it comes to most cookies, that instinct is correct. Frosted cookies, cream-filled sandwich cookies, double chocolate chip loaded with artificial ingredients and refined flour. Yes, those are problems. They spike blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and create the exact internal conditions that stress your kidney filters. But oatmeal cookies built from clean, simple ingredients are an entirely different category. And the reason comes down to one specific compound hiding inside every oat. It's called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is a form of soluble fiber that has been studied extensively in major health research institutions across the United States. Its most documented benefit is its ability to lower LDL cholesterol. But for kidney health specifically, the significance goes deeper than that. Here's the connection most people miss. Your kidneys are vascular organs. The filtration units inside them depend entirely on a network of tiny blood vessels to deliver blood for cleaning and carry waste away. When LDL cholesterol builds up in the body and those vessels begin to narrow or stiffen, kidney filtration becomes less efficient. Waste and toxins that should be exiting your body start circulating longer than they should. Beta-glucan works by binding to cholesterol in the digestive tract and helping move it out of the body before it can accumulate. When cholesterol drops, circulation improves. When circulation improves, those tiny kidney vessels stay open and functional. Better flow means better filtration, and better filtration means your body is doing what it was designed to do, flushing out what doesn't belong. There's also the blood sugar angle. Oats digest slowly. They release energy in a gradual, steady stream rather than a sharp spike followed by a crash. This matters enormously for kidney health because repeated blood sugar spikes are one of the most consistent causes of kidney tissue damage over time. Diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure in America for exactly this reason. Choosing snacks that promote blood sugar stability is a direct investment in kidney longevity. Now, the critical part, this only works with the right kind of oatmeal cookie. One small cookie per snack. That's the boundary, not a dessert plate, not an after-dinner binge. One intentional cookie as a smart snack option. Ideally, make them at home. The recipe is simple: rolled oats, a small amount of natural sweetener like honey or maple syrup, a drizzle of heart-healthy oil, and nothing else complicated. No chocolate coating, no cream filling, no phosphate-laden baking additives. If you're buying from a store, flip the package over and read the ingredient list. Avoid anything with sodium phosphate, disodium phosphate, or any other phosphate-based additive. These hidden ingredients are common in commercial baked goods, and they add unnecessary mineral stress to your kidneys. Pair your oatmeal cookie with water or unsweetened herbal tea, never with soda or a sugary coffee drink. The fiber from the oats needs hydration to do its job properly, and your kidneys need that fluid to keep the flushing process moving. The takeaway here is not that cookies are health food. It's that smart snacking means upgrading your choices without eliminating every source of enjoyment. A clean oatmeal cookie isn't a cheat. It's a strategic choice, one that brings cholesterol support, blood sugar stability, and kidney protection into the same small, satisfying bite. Protecting your kidneys doesn't always mean deprivation. Sometimes it means choosing better. Snack number 4, plain puffed rice cakes. If the first 3 snacks surprised you, this last one is the one that quietly does the most important work. We've talked about cholesterol, we've talked about blood sugar, we've talked about plant protein and fiber, but there's another dimension of kidney protection that doesn't get nearly enough attention, and it comes down to something called mineral load. Your kidneys don't just filter metabolic waste. They actively manage the mineral balance in your blood. Every day, they regulate levels of sodium, potassium, and phosphorus to keep your body in a precise and delicate equilibrium. When those minerals are constantly flooding in through the food you eat, especially through processed snacks packed with artificial additives, your kidneys are forced to work in overdrive just to maintain balance, and over time, that chronic overload takes a toll. Plain puffed rice cakes offer something that almost no other snack food can claim with such simplicity. They are naturally low in sodium, low in potassium, and low in phosphorus. When you choose the unflavored original variety, you're choosing a snack that creates almost zero mineral burden for your kidneys. They don't have to fight to process it. They don't have to work overtime to excrete the excess. It simply doesn't add to the load. For anyone who is already watching their kidney health closely, whether that's managing early signs of reduced function, monitoring lab values, or simply trying to prevent problems before they start, that mineral profile matters enormously. Here's another reason plain rice cakes earn their place on this list. They don't spike blood sugar aggressively, especially brown rice varieties. They contain minimal fat, no added sugar in the plain version, and no artificial flavor enhancers. This makes them one of the cleanest possible snack foundations available in the modern American grocery store, in a snack landscape filled with hidden ingredients and misleading labels. Something this straightforward is genuinely valuable. 1 to 2 rice cakes per snack session is the right serving, light, easy to digest, and purposeful. But here's where the real magic happens. It's not the rice cake alone, it's what you put on it. Think of a plain rice cake as a blank canvas for kidney-friendly toppings. Spread a thin layer of hummus on top, and you've brought in plant protein, fiber, and blood pressure supporting olive oil. Add a small amount of natural almond or peanut butter, and you've introduced heart-healthy fats that support vascular health. Top it with a few fresh blueberries or strawberries, and you've added antioxidants that protect blood vessels from oxidative stress. Each of these combinations turns a simple rice cake into a layered, functional snack that supports circulation, reduces mineral burden, stabilizes energy, and gives your kidneys a lighter workload all at once. There is one rule you must follow here, and it is non-negotiable. Avoid flavored rice cake varieties completely. Barbecue flavor, white cheddar, caramel, apple cinnamon. These versions almost always contain added sodium, artificial flavor compounds, and sometimes hidden phosphate additives. The ingredient list should be short, 2 or 3 items maximum, whole grain brown rice, and maybe a touch of salt. That's it. Anything longer than that is a red flag. You can find plain rice cakes at Costco, Trader Joe's, Walmart, Target, and essentially every major grocery chain across the country. They are affordable, shelf-stable, and easy to keep available so that when the snack impulse hits, you've got something clean and ready to go. Kidney protection isn't always about dramatic dietary overhauls. Sometimes it's about removing hidden stressors one snack at a time. Plain rice cakes do exactly that. They take pressure off, they simplify the mineral math, and when combined with the right toppings and consistent hydration, they become a quiet but powerful tool in your daily kidney protection strategy. Simple, accessible, strategic, effective, closing, call to action. Let's bring this all together because what I really want you to walk away with today is not just a list of 4 snacks. I want you to walk away with a completely different way of thinking about the choices you make between meals. Your kidneys are doing something extraordinary every single day. They filter roughly 200 liters of blood. They produce urine that carries out waste your body would otherwise be poisoned by. They balance your fluid levels, regulate your blood pressure, activate vitamin D, and produce hormones that tell your body how to manage red blood cells. 2 small organs, massive responsibility, and they ask very little in return. They don't need you to run marathons or follow a complicated detox protocol. They don't need expensive supplements or special medical interventions, at least not yet. Not if you start making smarter choices now. What they need is for you to reduce the daily burden you're placing on them without realizing it. Air-popped popcorn reduces cholesterol strain and eliminates hidden phosphorus additives. Hummus delivers plant-based protein that's gentle on filtration, supports healthy blood pressure, and brings fiber that keeps your vascular system in better shape. Oatmeal cookies made the right way bring beta-glucan fiber that actively improves cholesterol levels and protects blood sugar stability. And plain rice cakes reduce mineral overload and give you a clean, flexible foundation for building snacks that support your body instead of stressing it. None of these are miracle foods. None of them will reverse kidney damage overnight. But that's not the point. The point is consistency. Small daily decisions compounding over weeks and months and years into meaningfully better kidney function, better filtration, better toxin removal. A body that works the way it was designed to work. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet tomorrow. Start with one swap. Replace the chips with air-popped popcorn. Add hummus and vegetables as your afternoon snack. Bake a batch of clean oatmeal cookies for the week. Keep a pack of plain rice cakes on your counter for the moments when hunger hits and you need something quick. Small moves repeated consistently. That's how you protect your kidneys for the long term. If this video gave you something useful, something you can actually apply starting today, do one thing for me. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from and which of these 4 snacks you're going to try first. I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. Your kidneys have been working for you every minute of every day without complaint. It's time to return the favor.